Okay, we're on. Start off as usual by thanking my subs. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. I was able to get out and walk today. 2 weeks ago, I had to go to the emergency room. Some kind of upper respiratory tract infection. I'm on the mend. I went back to my general practitioner, and he went through all the results of the labs. It looks good. I mean, all the chemical work came back good. Liver panels, the whole shoot match came back pretty decent. It's the fact that stuff like my ankle was broken years ago and was never treated, and it's just a bunch, broken bones and torn cartilages, and it's extremely painful. On top of the left knee, on top of the spinal stenosis, on top of the misery that some of these social work organizations heaped on me. Like I said, I was able to get out today. One thing's always on my mind, and that's fishing. And how come I ain't doing it? Not a millionaire. None of these houses over here around me that you've seen in my videos are mine. They belong to very wealthy people. And if they're probably renting them to, oh man, how do I say this without cutting my throat? They'll rent to anything, whether you got documentation or not. So and they'll overcharge. That's the long and short of that. So they're making money hand over fist one way or the other. Whether it's illegal or not, I don't know. So I brought a rod out today. I wanted to do this one 3 weeks ago. This is just a beautiful rod. It's a 9 foot long, medium fast biofiber. This is biofibers. This is actually made of carrots. Wild orange carrot stick. And this was all the rage back in the day. And recently I found a dealer for these on, I think I saw him on Amazon. Guy happens to be very nice. So if you see these carrot sticks on Amazon, the guy that is selling them happens to be a real gentleman. I'll go out and say that. I'll go out on a limb and say that. It's hard to focus. So you see this in the specs. It'll handle 3/4 to 5 ounces. That means I could throw a 5 ounce lure. 5 ounces is a chunk of metal, chunk of wood, chunk of soft plastic. That's a pretty big chunk. The line weight on this is a 10 to 20 pound test diameter line. They go by diameters. So whatever the diameter of 20 pound test is, I could put it on here. If you know about fishing lines, you'll know that these super lines, the Dyneema and the Spectra, are usually 1/3 to 1/2 the diameter of monofilament fluorocarbon or copolymers. So instead of it being 20 pound test, it's now 45 and 60 pound test, the same diameter as the 20. This will just handle everything going through the guides the same as it will the 20 pound test monofilament. That's always, basically a standard monofilament. Everybody gets monofilament. Those super lines get very pricey. Very, very pricey. You'd be surprised what it costs to put line on a reel. One of these reels that I have has roughly $30-$40 worth of line on it. And it's not a lot of line. It's like a little over 150 yards. Think about that. You did the 100-yard dash in school. Some of us did. I did back in the day until I lost the use of my left leg. And now, this is a two-piece rod. I prefer two-piece rods because I can walk around with them without crushing them or breaking them to pieces. So, the rod is beautiful, 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 beautiful. The paint jobs on these things are nuts. The guides that they used on here seem to be decent guides. I'm not going out on a limb and saying they're really good. You can have problems with these ceramic, or I forgot what these were. I don't think they're zircons. They didn't bring any lures with me today because, let's face it, I'm still here. So we take it. Yeah, looking through a screen. You get the two pieces together, and you just snug them together like that. Now you got 9 feet of leverage. So when you go to cast, you're really multiplying the power. Now, what's under the reel wrap? A reel that I worked on a couple years back. This is one I got on eBay. I had to bid for it. It's the reel itself is made of magnesium. It's a very light metal, and it's a quantum tour magnesium, and it's performance tuned. Believe me, it's like modding out a car. You can get 500 horse or you can get 1500 horse. I modded it out even further, so this would be the 1500 horse version. This handle is an aftermarket handle, carbon fiber. Beautiful cork handle on it. Like I said, and I bought this in one unit. This company, Gomexus, I guess that's how you say it, just makes some smoking beautiful stuff. Now where the money goes in these reels is machining technology, because you got to have the gears mesh up, the drags, the materials that are used. Depending on what the drags are. Years ago, drags used to be like cork, made out of cork, like this. They would make like a slice of bologna with a hole in it, and you put it in between the two steel washers, and they would drag along the cork at a calculated rate. Now the drag washers are made out of ceramics. This one happens to have ceramic drag washers in it. And excuse my fingers, I was eating Cheetos this morning. What an idiot. Yeah, all my blood work comes back, so I jump in a bag of Cheetos. Now, I'll show you something. The bearings. Bearings today are such high quality, and a fishing reel handle, look at that. That is so smooth. And it spins forever. They're such nice handles. And I happen to like my tackle enough that, like I said, I take it to the 1500 horse bracket. I love the performance. If I hook into something, I'm not losing it because I got crap equipment. I'm losing it because of my lack of experience. And trust me, I've caught some big fish. I wanted to do this video for everybody, the subs and a couple friends. Kay, if you're out there watching, this goes out to you. I'm out here trying to enjoy the day. Tom, TC. Let me see if I got this. Here, I don't want it looking at the sky. I want it looking at the horizon. I can't get this just right. There you go. So I'm at the spot over here. Water, no fish. Like I said, just because there's water, don't think there's fish in it. Don't believe that for a second. Not game fish, not catchable stuff. You can catch them with nets, other means, weirs. You can catch them like that. But they're going to be small stuff. There are American eels in here of substantial size. Absolutely. Absolutely. I've seen some big ones come out of here, probably close to 30 inches. And easily as big as your wrist. Easily as big as your wrist around. So, this goes out to New Jersey Exposed. This goes out to TC over in Somerset, a security consultant. Does electronic surveillance stuff. It's another thing I'm into. And Kay. Longtime supporter of the auditors, the Real Patriots. And the Real Patriots, behind the Real Patriots, are the supporters. The people that throw the thumbs up and the shares. And should the need arise that somebody need a donation for medical purposes, I'm not against that. I've donated to 2 sites. I'm old, I'm sick, I know what it's like. I didn't donate a lot, but I donated, and each and every one of us helped out. So that's that for that. And I wanted to talk about this social work organization. I'm hoping TC will chime in on this video and throw a thumbs up, or maybe he remembers fishing with me, and the fact that I am the giant killer, because where TC, Tom and I came from, a little further up north. Tom is a transplanted Texan, living up here, and I met him fishing on the Delaware and Raritan Canal, which I became very, very good at fishing over there. If it was in there, I could catch it. That's all there is to it. And I got some beautiful, beautiful fish. And then all the tragedy struck. I always wanted to talk about that. The way the people, social workers, police, they make you disappear. And how they go about doing that. How they go about doing that is a social worker, if you get them pissed off, and I've done that many times. Just by saying something, and getting them all pissed off. And the reason I'm doing this with TC in mind is he went to the one site and put in his opinion, put in a review. And it happened to be Declarations Incorporated, the people that are supposed to be helping me, but they lied. They lied to the Long Branch police, and they had the Long Branch police come to my apartment, because here, I'm still here making these crap videos. A lot of people wish I would commit suicide. Don't hold your breaths. I'm 70. I didn't get to 70 by killing myself and resurrecting myself. So they got a real good way of making you disappear. They come over to your house. They claim you're suicidal, which, if any of you follow the civil rights lawyer, Kay does, he talks about exigent circumstances. trust me, there were no exigent circumstances on that day. It was Jacinia Rivera wanting to get a computer that had a whole bunch of stuff involving her. And remember, she's a social worker. She's supposed to be taking care of me, helping me out, helping me get back on my feet. In the meantime, she's saying derogatory stuff to her organization, Declarations Inc. She's saying stuff to them that I make offensive comments. Well, you know what? That's First Amendment stuff that she was all pissed off about. So she decides that she's going to poison me with Declarations. Declarations starts cutting services. Listen, I'm down here in this area and I hate it. I hate it. I hate living in a sanctuary state, a sanctuary town, a sanctuary city, a sanctuary village, a sanctuary anything. That means people get preferential treatment. You got no documents? Okay, go. Go. Yet you got these ID addicted cops. I got to have some ID. And you'll notice every one of them are dopey, sullen, oafish, moronic, where they think they're Sergeant Crusher in the Navy SEALs, and they're going to shout orders and scream at you. They don't even close their mouth. You shouldn't be a cop. You want to kill people. You were trained to kill, not de-escalate. You know to go in and shoot women, children, men, dogs, birds, trees, bricks, bottles, anything you can shoot and kill, you're gonna. That's what you're trained for. You're not trained for, hey, somebody's life is worth something. That's not in your training. The only life that's worth something is the Blue Line Brotherhood life. The life of the biggest gang on this planet. They used to talk about the Cosa Nostra. Our thing, the Cosa Nostra. Well, let me tell you, folks, the new Cosa Nostra is the police. It's always been the police. But they've upped their game. Since history, police were always lower class idiots. And then they started, trying to make it look better, like in Sherlock Holmes, and they were figuring stuff out, and Conan Doyle and all of that crap, and Hercule Poirot. I love those series. David Suchet. What brilliant movies. And my favorite of the Holmes was Jeremy Brett Sherlock Holmes. The whole thing was just mind-blowing, the way they did that series. It was excellent. And Jeremy Brett has since passed away. David Suchet is still kicking around. He's a good actor. I'd say good actor. I don't know about his politics or anything. So I go out on a limb and say he's a good actor. But TC went and left his review on Declarations, and I'm going to leave Declarations information in the information comments, whatever the heck it is, section here. Maybe I'll put it in the comments and the description, whatever the hell it is. I'll put it in both. I'll try. I'll see if I can do it. I'm new at this computer stuff. I really am. And some of it I just don't get. This phone was just updated to iOS 16.0.3. This phone does some tricks that are just amazing. I don't know how to do them. I've seen, well, you could do this and swipe and slide this over so that when you press this, the news goes out to everybody with all of these graphics and pictures and audio and information and stuff like that and prizes, and don't know how to do it. Don't care to do it. I'm just doing my little raw videos here to stay alive for security purposes. When you stop seeing these damn videos, and Joe Lewis, Shattered Mirrors, I haven't forgotten about you. Neither have your subscribers. Joe Lewis, I hope if any of your subscribers are out there and they hear me, that they pass the word on, you're not forgotten. You're not forgotten. There was a man working on a double homicide from Australia. Lives in Australia, and he's working on a double homicide that happened in Delphi. I think it's Indiana. The Monan High Bridge. Those two girls were savagely taken off of this planet. And listen, savage. Let it go through your mind what you think savage is. And believe me, it tops that. I've been around, so savagery to me, it gets pretty disgusting. So they trolled the piss out of him. They trolled him, and I don't know. So I'm going to put this, and now Joe's gone. But he's not forgotten. Oh, another thing. My stance on these sites making money on the YouTube content. It's okay. It's okay. Those who sacrifice should be compensated for their sacrifice. I mean, that's what these billionaires. Oh, those who take the greatest risk reap the greatest rewards. All right. I'll go with that. But then you got people out there, like New Jersey Exposed, that do it not for the money, because it's so deeply ingrained in this person that he's got to do these videos. This is really a public service. This is a public service. This is PSA, a public service that these people are doing. A service to the public. Public servant. You ever hear public servant before? Public servant. Yeah, telecopies of public servant. You're lucky if you don't get shot and killed. Like that poor autistic kid. That they put 5 rounds in him and let him lay there and die. Tom Zebra put up that video. If you search YouTube for Tom Zebra's videos, you'll find that video on Tom Zebra. Very, very sad. Tom, thank you for putting that up. Crazy, disgusting stuff. But only out of the minds of law enforcement. Paranoid, schizophrenic, people with all kinds of complexes that they're afraid of everything. They don't know. And you really find out they don't know when they're up on the stand. I don't know. I wasn't aware. And the Blue Brotherhood closes the circle of the wagons and starts defending all of this butchery, all of this sexual violence and stuff. James Freeman was talking, posted something on his Facebook the other day, 40%. And I've said that a long time ago before they said that. It's a fact. And I'm telling you, these numbers are conservative, folks, because media doesn't want you to hear this stuff. That's why I feel it's all right for these homegrown sites to be putting their content up and making money on whatever they're making money on. PayPal, I don't know. Leech, Bloodthirst, whatever the hell it is. I'm fine with that. I'm fine. It keeps the cause rolling. It keeps us growing. You're not alone. I remember, and I just found, I didn't even know how to sign into YouTube. I've never done that before. Maybe 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I didn't even know how to sign into YouTube. And I'm not a computer genius. This is where my genius comes in. Right here. Fishing, modifying tackle, the whole thing. So people making money on that doesn't bother me. Keep it going, guys. Keep it up. If you think it's glamorous, then it's glamorous. If you think you're a hero, believe me, you're more of a hero than the cops are. You're doing more good. You're doing more good than the police are doing. Police, you look at these videos and you always see these cops with these soured up expressions. Oh, and they're gloving up. They're putting the gloves on, rubber gloves, zap gloves. Oh, the zap gloves with the reinforced knuckles. As a matter of fact, the one case is now where the cop is, oh, they're not reinforced knuckles. You go onto the damn website and look at them. Every single company makes them, and they refer to them as reinforced knuckles. For pig's worth, they claim, oh, they're just padded. And think about that. That's still wrong. Padded for what? So that, well, if you were interested in not harming the subject, don't punch them. Don't punch them. How's that? How's that? You save money. You don't kill anybody, you save money. You don't injure your piggy hooves. That's what my videos are about. Me ranting. Me thanking people. And I can do that. I can thank people. I can thank people because I have a certain amount of free speech. Not a lot, because organizations like Declarations, Inc. are in league with law enforcement. They'll call a screener, they'll call the cops, they'll have your door kicked in, they'll have a crooked a psychiatrist say that there's something wrong with you. Think about it. They robbed my house. They burglarized my house, chained me up. I didn't resist. Chained me up, dragged me out of the apartment complex, cursing and screaming at me. If you don't open the effing door, we'll put you in the effing hospital. We'll make sure you wind up in the hospital. That's a Fourth Amendment rights violation right there on top of the friggin' burglary. So they dragged me over to Monmouth Medical Center. And before I even leave the immediate area of my apartment door, I said to the cops, I said, please lock the door. Because Yesenia Rivera is standing right there. Please lock the door. Oh, we're going to do that. Yeah, you're going to do it after you let Yesenia in there to take the computer. And she's the one that donated the damn computer, so it was mine. And I had to talk with her many times. Hey, Yesenia, you want to come over and just let's wipe this thing? And I even asked her, hey, Yesenia, I really don't even know how to use this damn thing. I says, how about both of us, get together and shoot over to the school, and we'll donate this to the kids, and we'll put it in your name. You come out smelling like roses. I'm happy because, I don't have the knowledge to use a computer, and I want to do everything I can to, make you look good and feel better. I really liked her. I thought she was one hell of a person at one time. But for her to do what she did, it just shows that she's got mental issues. And if you saw the pictures that I posted that were in that computer, that were mine, my property, you'll see that she definitely had issues. More issues than me. And she's a psychologist now. She's practicing in, of all places, the people that know me will know why this is so ironic, coincidental. Hate to get George Carlin pissed off. Ironic. The name of the town that Yesenia Rivera practices out of is Eatontown. Of all things. Of all places. Well, I hope that sticks in her head. That she's in Eatontown. Amazing. So, I had the time to get out. I wanted to do a little BS, and I wanted to go over a couple things with you. Oh, by the way, this is Power Pro Super Slick. I think this is 40-something pound test braid. And I got it hooked up. This is a fluorocarbon leader, so I tie these leaders on. You could barely see that little spot. It's as big as a small ant. And that's the knot. And the knot has to be able to go around these spools because these spools rotate as the line goes out. They rotate. And these are the ones that make people not want to fish because when you go to cast, the thing's backlash and bird's nest, and you know, you take $40 worth of line and destroy it, you might lose interest. That'll show how into fishing you are. Now we'll flip this, pull his side case, and again, the orange in the middle, these are Boca, B-O-C-A, hybrid ceramic bearings. So the metal in there is high performance, corrosion resistant stainless. The bearings are ceramic, and there's the adjustable braking system in there that you adjust to keep your reel from backlashing. And all of this stuff, look at this, all super compact, locked shut, solid. And this on the rod states that it's a salmon rod. Salmon. How big does salmon get? Well, if you go up to Alaska, and listen, I'm sure there's people in Alaska with these rods. It's not like they're not available in Alaska, or that people in Alaska don't have choice sporting good equipment. Rifles, outdoor gear, clothing, tents, grills, fire materials, fishing rods, boats, you name it, they got it. They had that. That's it, man. That's the great outdoors right there. That's the great outdoors in a nutshell. So I wanted to do this video. I wanted to say that I'm upset about TC getting shadow banned. TC's a good father. He's raising good kids. He works a couple jobs, folks. Got a good wife. Lives in way the hell better area than I do. I mean, I used to live in that area. I used to look forward to running into Tom. Not that he was teaching me anything about angling. It was the other way around. But I mean, if he gets on here, he'll bust my chops about that. It'll be funny. He's a good dude. I felt bad that he got shadow banned. I kind of knew it was in the works. I was real happy to see that Declarations was getting their comeuppance. That their rating reflected their professionalism. Some of these auditors will go on and they'll leave the contact information in their videos, not hidden, right there in the info, right open. It's taxpayer funded sites. Declarations accepts taxpayers' money. So not only did they rob my house, violate my Fourth Amendment rights, not only did they do that, what the heck are them birds? There's something, oh, that loon. They're messing around with that loon over there. The seagulls probably see that he's got something. It's like a cop at a donut shop. Look, so the seagulls moving, they think they're going to get something. And the loon's playing submarine and chasing whatever he's chasing. So, not only did they rob my house, I don't know how many rights violations. I know certainly Fourth Amendment rights violation. I looked at something the other day. Who was it? Can't remember which lawyer brought it up. Eighth Amendment rights violation has to do with cruel and unusual. I mean, how cruel is that? To set somebody up. You know where they came from, which was a real friggin' horror show. And believe me, I got them. I nailed them people in Trenton. I did. I nailed them. Somebody that comes from that environment, to take them out, you get them an apartment. They got me an apartment. Unfortunately, and this is the way my luck is, the apartment is falling apart from inside the walls out. So, and it's stuff you couldn't see. And the housing inspectors are as corrupt as you can get. That's another, no-brain job. Pete, I know you'll never hear this, so it doesn't matter. He's an inspector, code inspector out in California. So the code inspectors probably got their little palms greased, and the little big, fat, sweaty palms greased, and they passed the bill. Oh, yeah, it's fit for occupation. Meanwhile, I get in there. I got nothing left because everything was taken from me. So I got a tiny little storage locker with some of my stuff left. Tens of thousands of dollars of sporting goods equipment was taken, clothing, fishing tackle, stuff that was antique, vintage, still in the goddamn box. Tens of thousands of dollars worth of equipment gone. And what could I do about it? Nothing. Nothing. Because they had me locked away for over 2 years. So I couldn't do anything. What am I going to do? Well, the second time around, it happened to be Declarations that pulled that shit. Come in, call the police. We have exigent circumstances. Oh, he's in there. He's probably disemboweling himself right now. And the only way I'm going to disembowel myself is with eclairs. I'll explode from overindulgence. And I like honestly, I like the taste of food too much to kill myself. And I love my new fishing technology that I keep coming across. And I'm able to take part in this. So, exigent circumstances. Oh, he's in there hanging himself, poisoning himself. He's Jeffrey Dahmer. He's probably eating people up there. They'll make up anything, which they did, the whole suicidal thing. So I did post that audio. It was a video. I don't know how to do this stuff. I don't know how to transfer one from the other. So I put it up on my Facebook page. A couple people got back to me. It was TC and Kay got back to me. Holy man, they couldn't believe it. I taped most of that arrest. I taped most of that, them kicking my door in, all except for the door coming down. I don't know how to do that stuff. I taped them at the door yelling and screaming, and I'm going to say ex-friend because he was on the phone with me while they're trying to kick the door in. He's drunk out of his mind. You think he would be a witness to this. He's drunk. I mean, if you listen, Glenn is as drunk as they come. And that's the way he stays. He stays drunk. He stays in the bottle. So he hangs up the phone. He's on his merry way. They haul me off to the nut house. They haul me off to Monmouth Medical Center, where I run into. They keep you there overnight. So any of the meds you were taking, like I take Ambien for sleep. I take one pill for blood pressure, which is good because I was on 2 meds, and only recently they took me off of the 1 blood pressure med. Cool, which means I'm able to, my blood pressure is just a little bit better. We're managing it. And because my bones were broken so many times and I was never properly treated, when you're poor, when you're disabled, and you have nobody, you really don't have this huge income, this liquid income. Why don't you spend some of that money on from Tackle? I do. I spend it on meds. I spend it. A lot of my stuff isn't covered. We don't cover that. We don't cover it. So you get into the hospital, Monmouth Medical Center, to be screened. So now you would think, being in a hospital, that they would give you the meds that you're on to prevent any catastrophe. But no. They're all crazy. Believe me. Everybody's insane. Everybody's truly, truly insane. So I'm there without the meds that I could go into withdrawals without. I'm serious. And die. So what do they say to me? I says, I'm sitting there. I'm not being violent, but I'm there. What am I going to do? You think I want them cameras filming me being irate or out of control? Hell no. I wasn't to begin with. So I don't get the meds. I don't get any sleep now. So that's torture. Believe me, there's that whole sleep deprivation thing. Trenton Psychiatric Hospital, that's one of their specialties. Sleep deprivation. So they bag me up on a Friday night. That's real cool. Because Saturday and Sunday, usually big parts of the staff aren't there. So I think it was Saturday morning rolls around. Oh, so the big fat, big ox hulking, big fat, big hulking, oh man, bigger than the Rock of Gibraltar tub of lard nurse. I said, do I get my meds? And I says, I don't want anything to happen. Well, you should have thought about that first. Thought about what? Thought about declarations lying to the police? To have them come and kick my door in? How do you think about that first? That's so abstract. And TC went as far as to say, he PM'd me, personal messaged me. He says, man, he goes, nobody would have believed that if you would have told them. But he heard the audio. He says, nobody would have believed that. And remember, he's an electronic surveillance expert. I said, nobody would have believed that. Why don't I get him to help me? He's got a family. He's got this. I know. I get it. I says, holy mackerel. Said he violated the hell out of my rights. Why don't I find somebody else? Where am I going to go? Huh? These social work organizations and these help organizations are staffed with absolute garbage that's hired to fill quotas. That's right, to fill quotas. Trenton is loaded with ghetto garbage, and that's all it is in Trenton. Ghetto garbage. The worst thieves, the worst, barely speak English. As a matter of fact, English is like a 10th language for them because they come from Haiti and Africa, all places that have such good health standards and mental health standards, and India. So when they tell you, well, they're here to help people, that's a damn lie. Which country has more needy? The United States or these countries, these overseas nations? India. Who has more needy, us or them? There's 1.4 something, almost 1.5 billion people in India. But you got to come here? You got to come here to what? You're claiming that you're here to help people? That's bull. You're here to bilk insurance companies. You're here for our rights. You're here for our legal protection. When you get busted for your corruption and lying and bilking insurance companies, in your countries, they just take you out back and chop you up with machetes and feed you to the dogs. So you come to the United States where you can get along with get on with your crimes. Get away with your crimes. That's why you're here. Don't lie to me. Don't tell me you're not. It's not. It's 43 something right now, so it's not one of my typically 1 hour something rant videos. But I sure hope, please, folks, those of you who's made it this far, thank you. You honestly, you have no idea how much I appreciate you people. I really do. Honestly. I look at that number of subs and I say, thank God, man, there for the grace of God go I. These people are out there, God, oh. And I don't mean that. I'm more of a spiritual person. I believe in what people do. I don't believe in Shabadoo buggy whip and cauldrons and summoning spooks and spirits and divination. Don't believe in it. I haven't seen any miracles, and believe me, I've been in a position where I deserved a few miracles. I deserved a few miracles. So I'll upload this video. Let's see. All right, so Monmouth Medical Center. Next day comes around. They didn't give me the meds. In walks this piece of garbage psychiatrist. His name is Chris Fabian. Not even from this country. That's something that always puzzled me. These people come from these dirtbag countries where people live in dung pits, and they're happy. They're happy. I mean, they've so lost their minds that living in a dung pit's a good thing. Oh Jesus, I forgot where I'm at. So here these people come into this country and they're going to tell us how to live. Oh man, your apartment should have all broken pipes and black mold all over it. Well, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. I'm paying for an apartment. Oh, who's paying? I know who's paying. I'm on disability. I know. So I don't go around and piss that money. All of this went to therapy. Where am I going to get better therapy? From these morons? No. From fishing? From coming out here and doing videos? Who came up with talk therapy? Who came up with that? Does anybody know? Talk therapy. I don't remember if that was Jung or one of the other brilliant psychiatrists. Talk therapy works. So this dirtbag Chris Fabian walks in, and you're locked in. There's no way out. You're not getting out. Same steel doors reinforced with the bullet-resistant plexiglass windows. You're there. No clothes, nothing. No clothes. You're there. You ain't going no place. And you're playing Russian roulette. You're hoping that the psychiatrist isn't fruitier than you are. And that's a real game of roulette, folks. That is. Them hospitals, they ain't going away without billing the insurance companies. They ain't. So you're going to become a statistic. You're going to become another bill. That's the way the cops work. They ain't going away. They come to us. They ain't going away without money. They ain't. One way or another, they're getting money. Money. They ain't. Oh, okay. Well, I won't give you a ticket for homicide. I'll give you a ticket for littering. They gotta have money. So this dirtbag psychiatrist says to me, he goes, you don't get along with everybody. Honestly, really? I'm supposed to get along with everybody? Well, he's a hypocrite because he doesn't get along with me right off the bat. Well, you don't get along with everybody. He says, what's the deal here? I says, this is a misunderstanding between me and declarations. And that's all it is. And he says to me, now if he looked at the papers, which I really doubt that they put in that, they dragged me in there so that Jacinia could get the computer out of my apartment. Which I was just doing screenshots off of my phone from the computer screen. That's all that was. I didn't know how to transfer anything to anything. Computer wasn't hooked to anything other than the wall socket. So I was of no danger to anybody. He says to me, you don't get along with everybody. If I see you here one more time in regards to this case, I will hospitalize you. He wasn't doing it for medical purposes or therapeutic things. He was doing it for punitive reasons. No doctor on this planet has the right to do anything punitive. That's another big civil rights violation. So I kept my mouth shut. And what are they going to find wrong? I mean, he could have come up with some real load of crap. I guess he sort of knew his limits, but he's a real dirtbag. Chris Fabian, CHRISFABEAN, Fabian, Chris Fabian, psychiatrist over at Monmouth Medical Center. What a piece of garbage. So that was a whole violation of my civil rights. I didn't find anything wrong. And how many times did declarations pull this on me already? It's like 3 prior times to this. Oh, you got to drag them out of that apartment and have them screened. Every single time. Every single time. We don't find anything wrong with this guy. We don't find anything wrong with this guy. So think about how many times they violated my civil rights. Claiming exigent circumstances. So Chris the Dirtbag Fabian releases me. I get home. I don't have keys. I was wearing the hospital gown that they took me out in. Was I? No, I wasn't wearing a hospital gown. I had a pair of pants and a shirt on. I think I had shoes on too. Had no keys with me. They're taking you to a psych ward. You think you're giving you keys? You can swallow or stuff up your butt? Or stuff up somebody else's butt or make them swallow it? They ain't giving you keys. They left me with the damn phone, though. Which was crazy. Not that time, did they? Yeah, that time they left me with the phone. Couldn't record that. They would have seen that. It was too obvious. You know, man with a hospital gown sitting there recording with a phone. That's how they protect themselves. Oh, well, we're recording. You see the cameras over here? Yeah, try and get those goddamn videos. Same thing with the pigs. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm Officer Holeflapper. We're recording too. Good luck. So that means if you're recording, you can delete it. Which is what they usually do. Ask Wolfie gladly. So they release me. I get home, standing outside my apartment. I got my phone on me. No keys to get in. I call maintenance, say maintenance, just got back from the hospital. I didn't tell them why. They already knew because Jasinia's mother was the grounds, the property manager. Think about that. Her mother, the social worker's mother, is the property manager, right? Big conflict of interest there. So Jasinia was telling her mother everything about me, which if you want to hear the cops, oh, HIPAA rights, HIPAA rights, HIPAA rights. Declarations violated my HIPAA rights as well. They gave information about me that wasn't supposed to be anybody's but mine in declarations. That was it. Get home, call the maintenance guy, comes up, opens my door, and I look in the corner. On my Facebook page, all of those pictures are posted on my Facebook page. And again, I'm banned. I get banned on Facebook regularly because that's a bunch of scumbags if you ever seen them. Looking at a little corner on the floor where I had the computer set up, it's gone. So, what am I going to do? I'm going to jump up and down and scream? No, I got to call the police and report this burglary. Honestly, I don't care what the hell the auditors say. Oh, never call the police, never call the police. I had to have records of this. I had to have records other than the tape, other than the recording. So I call the police. I'm the victim of a burglary, and you can't say break-in because the cops, Long Branch Police, are the ones that kicked the damn door in. You ain't getting out of the gate with that. They're going to cover their own asses. So, the guy's name is Detective House, House, Detective House. Shows up at my apartment. I explained the situation to him. He took down the burglary report. And they said that they were going to start the investigation. I told them Jasinia's name. She was the one that was there. In a court, all I would have to prove is motive and opportunity. Well, if the motive was there, she wanted that computer back. The opportunity, she was right there. She was right there at the apartment. She was the one that got the police. Motive and opportunity, done deal, burglary, violation of civil rights. I don't know if Declarations has their idiot staff covered with this qualified immunity crap. I wouldn't surprise me. So Detective House takes it. Oh, I'll take care of this. So Kellen Polito, that was the her overseer, her shot caller, whatever, supervisor at the time was Kellen Polito. And I was very grateful to Kellen for him getting me out of Trenton. Trenton, very, very bad place. You wouldn't believe it. Very bad. Very grateful. Very grateful. But Kellen has a little chip on his shoulder. He's one of these, he's just got out of college. He's got an E degree. He likes them pants with the real skinny legs. I don't know what the hell that's about. And them long-ass shoes. What the hell is that, man? 15-inch shoe, 16-inch shoe. You got a size 9 foot. What's that all about? What do you got, lunch in there? You got 2 halves of sub sandwiches in the toes of them damn things? So, Kellen told me, now this is after Detective House takes the report. I'm still in touch with Kellen. I'm going to stay in touch with these people. Who was it? The guy Sun Tzu, the Asian person that the Art of War. You keep your friends close, but you keep your enemies closer. And if you switch horses in the middle of the stream, something is lost, believe me. So I talked to Kellen. Kellen, you burglarized my house, this, that, and the other thing. I hope you go down for that. I'm not mincing words. I want him to go down for that. I want them. Listen, I'd love to sue him, put him in the streets, see his family homeless. I'm serious. You tried to kill me. You tried to make another human disappear. That's it. What is that? That's the same thing as murder. You end a person. He's gone. He's off this planet. Well, he's on this planet. You're feeding the worms, but you're no longer in the crowd. You're out of the loop. So Kellen kept that nasty little chip on his shoulder. He thinks that E degree that he has, and I say E degree. He went to Monmouth College. Monmouth College is world known over the world, world famous. Yeah, sure. Some dumpy little college. So he's got a chip on his shoulder. Remember, he's trying to cover up the burglary. He knows that that's his person, Jacinia Rivera, over at my apartment, burglarizing my apartment, filed a false police report to get the police over there. That's his person. He's the supervisor. He could have told the police if he was into being a social worker, being an advocate for the disabled. He would have said to the cops. But again, it's all about the blue line. It's all about saving your own backside. Screw everybody else. So Kellen could have told the police, and Jacinia was on bad terms with declarations, because she would tell me, not regularly, but often enough, that I knew that she was in deep water with them, that they've been wanting to fire her for the longest time. So Kellen could have told the police, she was over there and she donated the computer to him a long time ago, and we know that he asked her several times to come over and delete everything on the computer or take it over to the local school so that the kids had a nice little computer lab or whatever the hell. It was good enough for kids to learn on. I don't know a lot about computers, but it was good enough for kids to learn on. Yeah, the mighty carrot stick sneaks in. It was good enough for kids to learn on. He could have said to the detective, no, that was Jacinia Rivera, his caregiver. She filed the police report. She removed property. That was probably the whole... He's supposed to be a psychologist, remember. Why was she there? You mean a psychologist doesn't know why she was there? That's why I say E degree. It ain't worth the paper it's written on. It ain't fit to make good toilet paper. He could have helped me. I'm almost 70 years old. I'm a senior citizen. I'm disabled. He could have come out being a hero, helping a senior citizen, a disabled senior citizen. He could have come out good. And Jacinia would have been held accountable for the burglary and the false police reports and the civil rights violations. And I'd be rolling around in a little bit of pocket change. You'd be getting videos of beautiful reservoirs in New Jersey, beautiful waterways in New Jersey, fishing tips, the whole works, good stuff, uplifting stuff, interesting stuff, technical stuff. The fact, listen, I only showed you a little bit about what I know, a tiny bit. TC, man, I wish the hell you'd chime in on this one. You might get pinned on this as one of the best statements. If Kay sees this, she's going to get her statement will get pinned as one of the best ones. You ain't getting banned on this site. Not unless you're some damn troll. And Johnny 5-0 said, he goes, this ain't about, his site ain't about First Amendment. You want to get crappy on that site? Later. And he's well within his rights. And it makes sense. So, I'm getting older. I ain't getting better. I got back from my doctor's office the other day. Everything came up decent. Everything. He's amazed that I made my left ankle is destroyed, totally destroyed. Broken, torn ligaments. There's pieces of bone floating around. And the only way I got to get around is on foot. That's it. And yet, if I'm suffering, I want to be near water. I want to be fishing. I want to be fishing when my lights go out. I want to be fishing when I die. And I'll be thinking about that. I'll be thinking about fishing. I'll be thinking about how Declarations Incorporated screwed me over when there was no need to, and violated my civil rights and tried to make it look like something it wasn't, and minimized what the hell they had done, and it minimized my suffering. I'll be thinking about that when I die. I'm not gonna live long enough to forget. I still haven't forgotten what they did to me in Trenton. Remember, they dragged me in for screening since I got out from Trenton, no less than 6-7 times. And every single time, nothing wrong with this guy. Nothing wrong with this guy. He doesn't get along with everybody, but there's nothing wrong with this guy. He doesn't get along with everybody. He's not licking boots. He's not tongue punching anybody's rectum. He doesn't get along with everybody. Do the cops get along with everybody? Do judges get along with everybody? Do psychiatrists get along with everybody? Who gets along with everybody? Here, you want to go the ultimate step? Whoever your God is, or your spiritual whatever the hell it is, did they get along with everybody? No. There were people that they told you to avoid. That these people are sinners. They're not like us. They're sinners. Turn the other cheek. Yeah, okay. I ain't Job. So I hit the 1 hour mark. It's going to take the rest of the day to upload this. I want to thank you people. I'm going to leave the information. I'll leave it in the whatever description. I'll leave that in there for declarations. should you decide to call or do anything, to hold them accountable, I'd be flattered. Tom tried, and he got shadow banned. They violated his First Amendment rights. Boom. In a hot second. And they brought their ratings from 1.4 back up to 2 stars. Which already, and you look at the reviews that they leave up there, they're all dismal. So Tom found out. TC found out what they do. So, I'm sorry about that. Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing you in the comment section. Always stop by here on the way out. New Jersey Exposed has been doing content about these cops for years now. He's gotten threatened. They've showed up at his place of work. He's not monetized his site, New Jersey Exposed. He does it for real reasons. A man has, 2 jobs and putting up videos and searching the webs and all of this stuff. Everybody else is getting paid for that. He's not asking for a penny. Then I see, Los Angeles News, I think, or Los Angeles Media. They start doing the same content, not stealing from John, but they're covering the same stuff because nobody else was covering it. I don't know if I could even say this without getting... Well, what the hell, man? I'm not monetized. New Jersey Exposed is doing all the content with police, with the multiple rapes, the brutalizing their families. He's been doing it for years. The cops are showing up at his places of work. He had that one savage, Officer Reyes from Tinton Falls. Yeah, I'm putting this in here. I'm going to stick around for a little while longer. This is the gravy in this one. So New Jersey Exposed is sitting, taking a break from work. He's sitting in his van, eating a damn sandwich. And you see the guy, New Jersey Exposed, he tell him to eat another sandwich, put some meat on them damn bones. So he's sitting there eating a sandwich, and Officer Reyes. Now, if you search Officer Reyes in Tinton Falls, New Jersey, your brains are going to blow out of your head. Officer Reyes shot 2 dogs in front of a little girl and held her and her father at gunpoint. Shot her 2 dogs. Little girl. Shot her 2 dogs, held her and her father at gunpoint. And these dogs weren't the savage Malinois, the attack, ripped the genital out dogs. I think they were German Shepherds, and one of them was some pound puppy that they had, some drooling, slobbering, happy dog. So Officer Reyes shows up at the parking lot. Again, I don't know what's going on. I got to check. I got to see. I got to do this. My safety. Broken record with these paranoid, pathetic, blue line cowards. Remember Uvalde. Remember that. Remember what they did. So Reyes shows up and starts giving New Jersey Exposed a hard time. And I'm like, holy mackerel. That's a bad situation, man. And it could get really bad because this guy, Officer Reyes, is trigger happy. He killed them friggin' dogs. He killed them and then held the girl, little girl, at gunpoint. Big, bad cop, badge covered in Kevlar, holding a little girl and her father, her daddy, at gunpoint. You Blue Line crew, man. What comes around goes around, man. I hope it catches up to you, man. I hope karma comes around and bites you in the ass. Declarations, if you're out there listening, I hope you are. You lowlifes, you. I'm hoping karma catches up with you. I'm hoping it catches up with you. Oh, here, again, here, wait, Rosanna Anadana. It's always something. Saturday Night Live. It's always something. There you go. It's always something. Declarations. The person that was assigned to me, I had a really good person working with me. But the good people don't last more than a couple months over there because they're good people and they get better jobs. They get better jobs. I can tell you her name was Taylor. Man, she was helping me out. I'd get all these doctor's appointments, boom, 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 knocking them down. Hey, for therapy, would you like to go someplace and, get a little break from all of this crap? Yeah, hey, let's do that. I didn't ask them to spend money. I buy lunch, whatever. No skin off my back. You treat me good, I'll treat you nice. So the girl that's helping me now, she decides to quit, and she was a real pain in the ass. And Declaration, I hope you're listening. She was a real pain in the ass. She's recovering. I'm not. She's recovering. Let's put it that way. And she comes off like that too at times. Most of the time, she loves to argue. She loves to try and talk over you. She's got an E degree. So she just quit. So that leaves me hanging. So this Friday is her last day with me. Would be Wednesday the 19th. Friday, Wednesday the 19th. October, Wednesday the 19th. It's her last day. Now, she insisted that the meeting be held in my apartment. And right away, red flag goes up. You're coming over here with somebody else and you want to have the meeting up in my apartment. That's a red flag. Why? Why do you insist on having it in my apartment? I don't trust you. I mean, I'll invite them up, when I want them up there. But for her to insist that be in my apartment, that's red flags. I don't know. So that's the last day I'll be helped by her. I get set back to zero now. So none of the medical stuff. Nothing for the spinal stenosis. Nothing. So I'm suffering. I'm dying. And the pain alone, from the spinal stenosis, the crushed nerves, the broken legs, the ankles, everything. All of it. The neck, the damage to my spine and my neck. That alone would be enough to kill somebody. Pain does kill. And yet, all of these clowns know this, that I'm in this kind of shape, and I've lived through this, and I've worked with all of these injuries, and I haven't committed suicide. I'm 70 years old, and yet they use that as an excuse to get them exigent circumstances. In closing, stop by New Jersey Exposed on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe. He was doing that content before anyone. I stand by that. He was doing it. As a matter of fact, when I ran into his site, I said, I'm not alone. I'm no longer alone. That was like a ray of sunshine in my life. I'm not alone. And then being I followed a couple of his videos, I got thrown into the mix. And then I started seeing Wolfie Gladley stuff. I started looking at Johnny Fiveau's stuff. I became a moderator on Disorderly Product News. All of these sites. James Freeman, all of these sites, man. I can't say I know him personally. I know the damn sites. Freeman, I make him laugh quite often. I always get that laughing with tears, squinted eyes emoji from him. Because I come up with some stuff. It's funny. It's sarcastic. It's supposed to be funny. You got to bring some humor into these situations. They're so dark. So, if you can help me out, like, share, and subscribe. I'm always thankful to you people. Always, always. Joe Lewis, I'll never forget you, man. Any of the subs out there that dare to listen to this, pass it on to Joe. That's what Joe, you learn the way things work. You learn the way things work when you get involved with media and the police and bootlickers. So Joe was a direct Joe Lewis was a direct victim of the police and bootlickers. And he was working on a double homicide as a private investigator. Ex-military intelligence. Father. Employed. Got his own job. Now you won't find a trace of him on YouTube. Gone, like he never existed. He does. He exists in my mind and my heart. New Jersey Exposed. I know who you are. You know who I am. I'm glad that this other site is picking up on the slack and publishing all of this stuff that the cops are doing, the child pornography. Listen, it's not one cop, folks. It's not one child. It's hundreds. You think I'm delusional? You don't dare search that stuff. You want the links for that stuff? You go over to New Jersey Exposed. You'll see the stuff. He's got links. He's got everything. I search it. When he posts something, I go over to Google. And I'll Google the stuff. Sure enough, the stuff comes up. You think cops rape dogs? Do you think that? Google. Cop goes to prison for raping dog and child pornography. Google that. Please. If you have the time, hit the thumbs up. I appreciate you people more than the fact that I'm out walking around. Thank you for the support. Thank you. James Freeman. You're the man. I still support Johnny 5-0. Disorderly Product News is on sabbatical. Oh, everybody else, New Jersey Exposed. I'm missing a lot of people, so don't hold it against me. I'm old. I forget. My mind is on fishing technology. Is on being out here, being helpful to my community, helping people that need to learn how to fish. That should be and I got my goddamn fishing license. This is salt water. I don't need a fishing license, but I still have my fishing license in case I feel like going. Or get a chance to get to fresh water. I'm licensed. I'm a licensed angler. I got documents. I'm not undocumented. I have my documents. Yet I see Fish and Game. I see the state turning a blind eye to these undocumented people. You say, oh, the fish are there. That's theirs to catch. Blah, blah, blah. No, my money from my goddamn licensing goes to pay for the hatcheries. That's how the fish are there. That's how the fish are there. Me paying for a license pays the hatcheries and Fish and Game management to make sure that all of these areas are protected. That all of these sensitive areas, these wildlife areas, that's my money. And you think I want some damn undocumented person reaping the rewards of my labor? Huh? Man, some dirtbag is over here smoking a cigarette. Jesus Christ, you can't get away from this tobacco. Well, hopefully cancer will take them. They'll get their money's worth out of that pack of cigarettes. Anyway, TPH victims, please, if you have it in you, hit the thumbs up, share it, subscribe. That's keeping me going. That keeps New Jersey Exposed going, not money. Well, it's money out of New Jersey Exposed pocket, money out of my pocket. That's what keeps us going. And as far as the other auditors go, more power to you. More power to you. I want you to be as healthy as possible, as sharp as possible. I want you to do the best edits. I want you to get out there instead of puking up everybody else's stuff. I'm unable to do anything else. I ain't chasing these cops around. I can't do anything else. I can support by making a donation for a medical purpose if need be. I can support by sharing this stuff, which I do. But all of these other sites are making money or monetize. They're doing everybody else's videos. You make sure that you do this and go to my whatever the heck it is. Some of us are in this because we want to see these people held accountable. So I don't see things getting better. These cops are just too damn ignorant. They are. They're too violent. Their parents, there has to be. These mental illnesses are heredity. You inherit somebody's mental illness, some brain defect, some chromosomal defect. You inherit that. And think about what the parents were teaching their kids. That it's all right to hurt people. It's all right to put people in chains and cages. That's what their parents taught them. My parents didn't teach me that. My parents taught if you hurt somebody, you're going to get the beating. You're going to get the strap on your ass. That's what my parents taught me. My parents taught me not to be stingy, no matter how much money we got. If you see somebody in need, help them. Help them. I rarely went hungry, folks. None of my family had money. None of them. But we never went without food. We never went without clean clothes. We always had something to occupy our minds. Whether it was fishing or the Encyclopedia Britannica, running around out enjoying nature, having our pets and having fun, we always had that. Be kind to each other, folks. Be kind to each other. Like, share, and subscribe, folks. That's all I got. That's it. This is going to take me forever. Thank you. Thank you so much, folks. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you head over to New Jersey Exposed. TPH victims. I'd rather be fishing. I'm out of here.